Hello all, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about another topic of Python, which is static methods in Python. We are already familiar with two different types of methods in classes. One is class methods and the other one is instance methods. Class methods have access only to the class variables, and on the other hand, the instance methods are having access to the instance variables of the class. So in addition to these two, we have another type of method which is called as a static method. So a static method is a method that is bound to the class, but it does not bound to the objects. And static methods cannot have access to either the instance variables or the class variables, and they do not have access also to the instance or class methods also. That means static methods cannot access the instance or class variables, and they cannot also access the instance or class methods. Static methods are used when we have a method that does not require any access to the class or instance attributes. And generally, static methods can be called using the class name or the object name of the class. In case of an instance method, the first parameter is the self is used as the first parameter. Here self refers to the current object on which we are invoking the instance method. In case of a class method, the parameter is CLS, that is used as the first parameter, which refers to the current class on which we are invoking the class method. And in case of static method, none of these two parameters are used. That means a static method do not have either self or CLS as the first parameter. Now let us see how to define static methods. Static methods are defined by using @static method decorator, and this is the syntax for using the static method definition. So let us say, for example, in class C, we want to write a static method. In such a case, you have to write @static method. Then you can write the definition of the function as it is. And if you observe, the first argument is neither self nor CLS. So self is used if it is an instance method, and CLS is used if it is a class method. Now let us look at an example of static method by using a class named as student. Here we are defining a class named as student, and here name is initialized to be new. So here name is a class variable because it is defined outside the constructor and outside of all the instance methods. That is why it is a class variable. And next we are defining a constructor for initializing the value of age. So here we are writing self.age equal to age. Next we are writing a static method. For that we are using a @static method decorator followed by the definition of the static method. Here we are defining the static method named as toString. So if you observe here, there is no parameter like self or CLS. So we can write this static method like any other function. So in this we are printing a statement in static method. So if you observe the next two print statements, the first print statement, here we are trying to access name, which is a class variable. But this static method is not having any access to the class variable. So in such a case, it will raise an error stating that name is not being defined. And then, so the error has resulted because of the reason that static methods cannot access the class variables. Since name is a class variable, since we are trying to access the class variable from the static method, it is resulting in an error. And next, let us see another piece of code where we are trying to access age from the static method. So here age is an instance variable which we are trying to access from the static method. So in this case also it gives an error stating that age is not being defined. So from these two examples we can understand that Static methods do not have access to either the class variables or instance variables. So static methods cannot access instance variables. So if you remove these two statements and if you try to uh, invoke the static method by using the name of the class by using the statement student dot toString. So here we are accessing the static method directly by using the name of the class. And on the other hand, we can also access the static method by using the object also. So for that purpose, we are creating an object S1 equal to student of 21. Here, once the object is instantiated, you can invoke the static method again by using the name of the object. So S1 dot toString. So both of these two statements are valid because we can access the static methods either by using the name of the class or by using the name of the object. So it results in calling the static method twice with the in static method being printed twice. So the conclusion is that the static method cannot have access to either the class variables or the instance variables of the class. Then what is the reason for using the static method? Static methods are used uh, for writing any methods in the class which are not having any access to which do not require any access to the class variables or instance variables. So the applications of static methods are in writing the factory methods or for writing the utility functions, or they can also be used as an alternate constructors also. So these three applications we will discuss in detail in our subsequent videos. Thank you.